From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Mark Ingram, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Breeze to throw on second down. And this is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the Louisiana native, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Flipping left side, and he's got him in. That's Gordon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside
All
later.
right, here we go. Green, 39. Hut!
Mayfield now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go. Ready. Ready.
On second down, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Ready. On one. Two. Hey, two. 11.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Ready. You waiting?
On second down, Kamara. And he's got room. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let's go, D. Ready. You waiting? Easy kill.
On first down, Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lux with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 23 yards on the play. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Mayfield on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready! We waiting? Back! Left! Ready, what's that?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready! Got it! Waiting!
Again, it's Kamara. Fighting through. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Scott. Touchdown, New Orleans. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
No. Check. Patriot.
1-0-0 K-Wager, let us get it.
2nd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Leopard! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Third and long for Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready? You ready? Got it! Good set.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. A lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he stopped immediately there. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Yes. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Ingram again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Lutz puts this one through. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, Are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Watching that, Barney.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Watching that, Barney.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Mayfield looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here we go now.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 21. 54, right there. 54, Mike. We want this. 12, 12. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Breeze now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
4 down, 4 down. Waiting. Double waiting.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans. They don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Under.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield escapes the defender. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. 90. Check, 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 check. Let it. Mike, 53, Mike.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go with a fullback line, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Landry, the intended target. They toss to Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. On second down, here's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
36.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
On play action, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Mayfield to throw it, trying to lay one. He's got it at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Detroit! Leopard!
First down, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Browns on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19, 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Hey, you ready? Monday. 1,
Under.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mayfield now on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second down, Hyde. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Browns on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
We're waiting.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Thomas the intended target. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.